brings back such memories. I remember I had to clean my flat on a Saturday morning, listening to your first album with the sound whacked right up. Yeah.
Oh, it's a good cleaning album.
It was a good cleaning album. It was good.
Never had that
You
one
had
before.
quite a mullet in those days, didn't you? And that every time you go away one, it was
all
like,
had
right.
It was all getting, it was really getting there by then. Now, the worst mullets were still in the Midwest.
Oh, God,
Oh, you can't see it there. You look better off.
Now, the worst one was the crew cut on top with the really long hair at the back, the Billy Ray Cyrus. That was the worst mullet.
The thing is, everyone had that, though, so
Yeah.
now it looks funny, doesn't it? So when was the last time you had an album out? How many years has it been?
Oh, God, was it 97, I think?
So a long time. So why this big break?
Well, actually, I did a swing album, but it didn't come out here. That was quite good fun, because I did modern songs in a swing format. And I did Lose Yourself by Eminem.
Yeah.
And Enter Sandman by Metallica, but we did them as swing things. You know?
Oh, wow.
So it was good fun, but that only came out in Europe for some reason.
But this one's out now, Paul Young, Good Thing.
Yes.
Why have you called it Good Thing?
Well, the final track is called Your Good Thing's About to End, which is the total opposite of what that is meant to say. So we kind of used that good thing as a title, and we took it from there.
And what's the feel of this album?
It's back to R&B and soul, like the Q-Tips, which was just before I went solo. And it's not that I haven't done anything over the last 20 years. I was working with other musicians, and I was trying things. But the thing is, the material that I did was always quite diverse. Even on the first album, you know, that yes, there was Wherever I Lay Me Out and things like that, but then No Parley was kind of had an African influence to it. And then there was a track called Sex that was just out there, wild, you know, and some were quite rocky, like Come Back and Stay. So it becomes very difficult to know what a Paul Young album is and what it should be now.
But then maybe that's the appeal, because you never know
I
what you're going to get.
But trying to get that diversity, but putting it in the modern format was much harder. Whereas the Los Pecaminos, which is the other band I've got, is a Tex-Mex band, so I'm in a genre and I know what I
And you
should write
must
for.
be buoyed on by Rick Astley, who was on here last week. He's at #1 in the album charts.
Yeah, I wasn't too keen about the pants bit, but I'm really glad I wasn't on when he was on doing twerking. I had.
Oh yeah, we had to twerk when he was on. But that is fantastic. So you could be #1. Who knows?
Tell us what songs are on there. What sort of songs are on there?
I went for rare ones. The most well-known is probably L.O.V.E. by Al Green.
Al
but then
Green,
Your Good Thing Is About to End was by Lou Rawls. There's I Believe in You, which is just going to radio now, was done by Johnny Taylor. And that was one of my favourites when I was in the Q-Tips.
Now, I've been saying through the show, there was another reason, we obviously wanted to talk about the album, there was one reason that you wanted to come on, which was to set the record straight about a few things. Now, you've done some interviews, obviously, and people have talked about you and your wife, Stacey, because you split for a while, and this word affair kept coming up, and you feel very strongly that you want to say it wasn't an affair. Tell us what happened.
10 years on, because the thing was, you know, it's like, it's always best to say nothing. If something comes out and you go, oh, that's not right, the minute you bring it up, it perpetuates the whole thing, particularly in the press. So on here, I can say it myself.
You can. You are live. Here's the floor.
It wasn't, because you know Stacey.
I know Stacey really well.
Very
lovely.
well.
And your children
you know
as
when
well.
she thinks of something, it just comes out.
It does, yeah.
So if you go around, you've had your hair done, and you go, oh, I've had my hair done, she does go, oh,
Change
it's
the
lovely.
hairdressers.
Yeah, she goes, no, they haven't done that right. You know. But that's what a woman likes to hear, you know. So her friends love her, you know. And so when she wasn't happy, she said she wasn't happy. So I knew, or we knew, and we sort of discussed it, and things went on from there. But then to constantly see it come up again that it was an affair, I just couldn't.
Well, basically, so she sat you down and said, look, I'm not happy in the marriage. I want this marriage to end. She then had a relationship with, is it Leanne?
Yeah.
Which you accepted. They went on to have a child, Jude.
Yep.
And then when they split, so you moved out to the family home.
And the other thing is that they make it sound like I'm raising him on my own, but his dad is 50% in.
Yeah.
Same as... It's just like a normal family, you know. It's not...
You're a blended family.
A blended family, yes.
Yeah,
but they love to do the good and the bad and everything.
But you got on really well, because I went to a restaurant and you were cooking in the restaurant that Ilan and Stacey were running at the time, weren't you? That was a really happy...
So did you ever divorce, though, you and Stacey?
No, we didn't do that either.
No. Or did you not even legally seperate?
I don't think so, no.
Did you ever
You've always been
think?
great mates, though, haven't you?
Yes.
You're not the jealous type, then?
You're not the jealous type.
Well, you work it through, don't you?
Like
Obviously, I wasn't keen on it, but then you get through it and you come out the other side. Because
did you think
if
maybe
you want to raise...
you would get... Was it somewhere in you? Is that why you managed to deal with it? Because you thought one day maybe I'll get her back?
No, I couldn't
was
tell
that
you.
love
I
there?
couldn't tell you what I was thinking then. But the thing is, if you're raising children, like a well-balanced kid comes from a well-balanced family, so you have to
Great
you have to
picture.
deal with it, you know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen that.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah, it's
And the
nice.
other three are all grown up and doing their own thing.
Yeah, doing incredible.
Doing really well,
Levi,
Levi in
obviously, because
particular.
she's in the press a lot more, but they're all doing well.
And
in their own
Grady's
right.
followed your steps into chemical engineering. I see.
I don't know where that came from. No, he was always a clever boy, you know. So.
And did you have to explain to the kids, or did you explain to the kids what was going on at that time? Did you always keep them in the loop?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I saw plenty of them. They saw plenty of me. You know, it was fine.
Were they delighted when you got back together, though? I'd secretly have been
Yeah, I
wishing
think
that.
probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's a whole load of internet myths as well that I'm a great footballer. I'm the worst footballer in the world.
You're a good cook, though, aren't you? You're a great cook.
Yeah, that's a true one.
Yeah.
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 But when I was at school and they were choosing teams, there'd be me and the spotty kid in the glasses, and they'd go, "You have the spotty kid with the glasses." I don't want him. I was awful at football. My birthday isn't in June. That's the other Paul Young. So I get two
all coming
birthdays a
out
year.
today,
My real
look.
one. Yeah. It wasn't a leather suit on no parlay, and I keep saying it was.
You've got 10 seconds. Is there any one more you want to do?
No.
Can I say something? Give lovely Stacey our love.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, thank you
do.
very much. Yeah.
Paul Young, lovely to see you. Good thing the album is out now. Always great to see you. Maybe this will be #1 next. Who knows? Thank you very much,
Fingers
Paul
crossed.
Young, everybody. There's plenty more where that came from. Just click here to watch more interviews with a whole range of famous faces. And click here to subscribe. It's free, so you'd be silly not to, really.